What's going on? This is SDG Labs. My name is Anastasio Dalde. Let's do some math! Alright, so what we're going to learn now is how to solve something, an equation graphically and symbolically. But what we're going to do is we're going to equate two functions with each other. So here's how you do it. Alright, what we want to do is we want to algebraically and graphically solve so that f of x is equal to g of x, or at least we want to find out when f of x is equal to g of x. One way to do that is you say, alright, 3x plus 7 equals x minus 9. Let's do this one. One way that they're going to do it is they're going to ask you to solve the equation and then solve by graphing. Alright, how would you graph to this to do this? Alright, so what we would do is we would think of this like this. Essentially, you can kind of think of this as two separate lines. You know the line is equal to y equals mx plus b? Well, this thing right here is mx plus b, because it's m being 3 and b being 7. Mx plus b, m being 1 and b being negative 9. So I can set those as two separate lines. So that's y1 is equal to 3x plus 7. Or actually, you know what, the way they did it was they did an f of x is equal to 3x plus 7. So that's f of x. And g of x is equal to x minus 9. Let's take this guy out of here. Alright, all you would do is, what this is asking is, at what point is this thing equal to that thing? And so all I can do is just graph this. Well, graphing this is pretty straightforward. 3x plus 7, that means my intercept is at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to go up 3 across 1. So 1, 2, 3 across 1. Something like that. This would be my line. It would look something like that. All right. Over here is x minus 9. So I would go down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And my slope is 1 to 1. So it would go up 1 across 1. Something like that. To be honest with you, it fell off the graph, so I would say that the coordinates at which they match up at are somewhere way down here. So that would be like a negative x, I don't know, equals something really small, or y equals negative something really small. Something really negative. Let's mark that point and let's kind of see if we can do something else with this. Alright, now what we want to do is we could solve this algebraically. So I'm going to redo this. This is method 1. And I like method 1 because method 1 kind of gives me a ballpark as to where I'm talking about. I'm talking about something way down there. Method number 2, I would go about it like this. I would say, all right, 3x plus 7 equals x minus 9. One way you could do that is you could say, well, 2x, because I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And I'll have 2x plus 16 is equal to 0. Now, you could solve this algebraically or you can graph it. I think that the book graphs it, and I'm not sure if that's the best way to do this thing. I think just solving it algebraically is pretty straightforward. You can solve it algebraically. You can just say, all right, fine. 2x is equal to negative 16. And so x is equal to, by the way, I took the negative 16 on both sides. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to negative 8. That would be my x value. Now, I didn't get my y value, and I need 2 points because this point right here is denoted by 2 coordinates, an x coordinate and a y coordinate. All I've solved for at this point is just the x coordinate. So in order to get the y coordinate, you just simply take this negative 8 and plug it into here and see what you get. So you have negative 8 times 3, 8, 16, 24, that would be negative 24 plus 7. That would be negative, 24, negative, why can't I think? Negative 17, right? So f of x equals negative 17. You know, I think another thing we could do is instead we'll take x and plug it into here. If I take negative 8 and I plug it into here, I'll have negative 8 minus 9, that's negative 17. Why are they both the same? Well, because you were asking for what x values do these equal each other? So apparently at negative 8, these two y values equal to each other, and they're both negative 17, as you saw I calculated out. So if you want the coordinates for this point way down here, and without having to do it on a graph, because to be honest with you, the graph, I can tell you a ballpark as to what it is, but I definitely can't tell you exactly what it is unless I graph this on really pretty graph paper and I drew out my lines really long. But I can tell you right off the bat, it's negative 8 comma negative 17. So those are the two ways of solving this equation. Cool. Shoots, bro. Up out.